This is balancing on several unstable objects, and it's hot in here. I'm going to do a story time about the time that I got into my first fist fight. And the girl's name was Cheyenne. This was back in elementary school. I was probably in 5th grade. 4th or 5th grade. And I was going to school in Florida. So there's this chick named Cheyenne. She was new. I became her friend because I knew what it was like being the new kid all the time, like moving all the time. And alright, so we became friends, and every time I went over her house smelled like cat pee. She had cats and she had dogs. No, she had cats, and I think she had one dog, but it was always in the crate. But anyway, so I just kind of put that aside. But her house always stunk. And I went over there like 3 or 4 times. And I was still always nice to her. And one time, we were outside picking flowers, and she told me I couldn't pick flowers. Like, this is all going to lead up to the fight, but she told me I couldn't pick flowers, and that the flowers I was picking were hers, and that I couldn't take them home to my mom, which was who they were for. So her mom stepped in and like started telling her to like share, and you know that whole talk about sharing and friendship and shit. Well, one time I went over her house and we were watching Star Wars, and she grabbed a broom and started using the broom as a lightsaber, and she had hit me where I was, because where I was sitting was apparently in her way, and she hit me with the broom. And then her mom also stepped in because I was always very mature for my age, so I didn't want to like hit her back or anything. And then another time I went over to her house, and this is probably one of the grossest things. I guess the toilet had flooded or something. I'm not completely sure with what happened, but there was a ladle in the sink with feces. Like, the sink had feces in it, the ladle had feces in it. Yeah, there was like feces on the ladle and sink, and she was like rinsing it down the drain. It was gross. So I just kind of ignored that and told my mom I want to come home. But I stayed the night, and all of this was leading up to the fight, and then I told her that like we couldn't be friends anymore because she started saying crap about me behind my back, like starting rumors and shit. Saying how I was mean and everything. So we couldn't be friends anymore. And we rode the same bus, and one day on the bus, I confronted her about it. I was like, look, you're saying all this crap about me, stop. And something had happened. Like, I told her to stop, and everybody was like, oh, you two are going to fight, and like, fight. Like that elementary school mentality when a fight breaks out. So then I start instigating her to hit me because I wasn't going to hit her first, and she wasn't going to hit me first. So I started calling her a chicken and everything because I wanted her to hit me. And it eventually got to the point where she had enough and she pushed me, and I pushed her back, and she went to push me again, and I grabbed her hair and yanked her hair all the way down to like where the bus floor was. And I just kind of held her hair there because she couldn't move with the way I grabbed her hair. And I just kind of held her there. And she kept saying that I wasn't hurting her and that it wasn't hurting and that I was weak and all this crap. So I wasn't trying to hurt her. I was trying to get her to leave me alone. So the bus driver sees me and starts running up the alley, like the bus alley, to me. And starts yelling at me. And I got kicked off the bus, but when the principal got called onto the bus, she started crying, saying how I was bullying her and being mean to her and lying her little ass off about everything that was going on, so that way she wouldn't get in trouble. And she was saying that she had a headache and how much her head hurt, and she was going all at it. And the principal looked at me, and I didn't get suspended or anything, but I got suspended from the bus. And then when I got back on the bus, I had to sit in the front seat behind the bus driver. And then the rest of the year, we just didn't like each other. And the people who were instigating the fight were kind of like, that was a really lame fight. I'm like, yeah, I know, I wasn't trying to hurt her. Because they wanted me to throw, like, fists and everything, and I didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted her to leave me alone. So She lied her ass off, and then she went home and told her mom that I beat the shit out of, like, yeah, she basically told her mom that I beat the shit out of her. And her mom was like, her mom called my mom, because I told my mom about it, and her mom called my mom and was like, your daughter beat up my daughter on the bus. And my mom's like, yeah, I know, your daughter started it. And, like, her mom and my mom were friends, so she handled that very well. But after that, our parents didn't really associate, and we didn't associate, and yeah. I didn't really have a video for this week, so here's the video. Sorry, it's kind of lame, but yeah, that's my first fist fight. Alright, sorry, bye.